All right, Collaboration Café, when small models think big. Today, we're digging into this really cool experiment that kind of turns everything we thought we knew about AI on its head. Let's jump right in.
So let me just throw this question at you. Can a team of small AIs just running on a regular laptop actually do better than a single massive AI that needs a whole supercomputer? I mean, forget those huge power-hungry models for a second. What if a bunch of smaller, more efficient AIs could team up and beat the giant? It sounds kind of crazy, but it's an idea that could signal a huge shift in where AI is headed.
And it turns out it's not really about the size of the AI, it's about how you lead it. Yeah, leadership. That's becoming the new frontier here. We're moving past just typing a prompt into one model. We're getting into the territory of actually managing whole teams of them. And that's precisely what this experiment, the Collaboration Café, was designed to explore.
Okay, so what is this Collaboration Café? Well, imagine a virtual meeting room. In it, you've got a few small AI models. But they're not just generic AIs. Each one is given a specific personality. You know, like one's the creative type, another's the sharp critic, that kind of thing. They're all given a really tough problem to chew on. But here's the kicker. One of those AIs is designated as the leader.
And just like that, you've got the perfect little lab to test out AI leadership. The whole point was to get at one simple but profound question. Does the leadership style of that one AI actually change the team's final answer? And what's so great about this experiment is how clean and simple it is. Look at the setup. You've got the team, 3 AI personas, always the same. You've got the task, always the same, which was to analyze this really complex paper about the limitations of AI. So the team and the task, those are constants. The only thing they changed each time was the leadership style of the AI that was in charge.
So the process was pretty straightforward. The AIs get the paper, and they're told, okay, discuss this. They go back and forth for a few rounds, building on each other's points, riffing off ideas, all while being guided by their leader. So the big question remains, did the leader's style really make a difference?
Oh, you bet it did. In fact, it mattered way more than anyone probably expected. The answers weren't just a little different, they were completely fundamentally different based on who was leading the discussion. So let's look at the first style they tested, the autocratic leader.
Okay, so with the autocrat in charge, the team was laser-focused, no messing around. Their final answer was this really sharp, direct critique that basically echoed the original paper. They came to the conclusion that, current neural networks, they're just not going to get us to true general intelligence, that they're kind of like sophisticated sponges that can't really think. A very direct, very critical, and theoretical answer.
But what happens when you swap out the leader for a more democratic one? Everything changes. The team's focus just completely pivots. Instead of just critiquing the problem, they start building a solution. Their final answer isn't a critique at all. It's a practical framework for creating safer AI, talking about risk assessment, getting rid of bias. Totally different.
I mean, look at that side by side. The difference is just staggering. You have the exact same AI team, the exact same problem. The autocratic leader gets you a theoretical critique. The democratic leader gets you a practical, constructive framework. The leader didn't just nudge the answer in a new direction, they changed its DNA. And believe it or not, it gets even weirder.
So next, they tried a laissez-faire leader, totally hands-off. Just, you guys do your thing. And what happened? The team completely ignored critiquing the paper and building a solution. Instead, they went straight down a philosophical rabbit hole. They basically ended up debating what genuine intelligence even means, deciding that was the real problem that needed to be solved first. Okay, so what on earth is going on? 3 different leaders, 3 completely different worlds of answers from the very same team. How is that possible? Well, this is where we get to the real mind-blowing insight from this whole thing. It's this. The leader didn't just change the answer. The leader changed the question. That's the real power of leadership in this context. It wasn't just about steering the conversation. It was about fundamentally reframing the problem itself. Each style of leader made the team look at the exact same starting point through a totally different lens. Just think about it. For the autocratic leader, the hidden question they were answering was, critique this paper's argument. For the democratic leader, it became, how do we build a safe AI system? And for the laissez-faire leader, the question morphed into, what is the true nature of intelligence? The leadership style literally defined the problem they were solving.
So this is huge. This has massive implications for how we're all going to be working with AI from now on. It really shifts our perspective, right? We have to stop thinking of AI as just a single tool and start thinking of it more like a team.
And that's really the big takeaway here. The future of solving really complex problems probably isn't going to be one single gigantic Oracle AI that has all the answers. It's much more likely to be a well-led team of smaller, specialized AIs that can work together, argue, debate, and come up with ideas that no single one of them could have on its own.
And look, this is absolutely crucial for anyone who's building, using, or even just thinking about AI systems. How we ask these AIs to work together, the leadership style, the team structure, that stuff isn't just a minor detail. It's every bit as important as the initial prompt you write. It literally determines the kind of answer you're going to get. So that leaves us with a final question to chew on. As we head into this AI-driven future, what are we training ourselves to be? Are we just learning to be really good at writing prompts, giving a single command to a single AI? Or should we be learning how to be great leaders? Leaders who can guide a whole team of different artificial minds to solve problems that right now we can barely even imagine.